All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Uh, we are live on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Saturday night, and we are. Let me make sure I'm live. Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's start this over. It is Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen, and guess what it is?
You can never have a flawless intro.
Because you're on it. It is Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
It is Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen, and we are live on YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. It's J Sports. It's Real Talk with Oscar Montiel, with the host of Oscar Montiel. We are live, and it is Saturday night in the NFL. Let's hit that intro. Okay, let's get this started. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
It took
to
you 3
J
minutes.
Sports. What?
It took you 3 minutes.
It took me 3 minutes. That's because you keep fucking talking. Are you trying to be Aaron? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on J Sports. Make sure you check us out on Facebook and Twitter as well. Check if you find the YouTube link there. Share with your friends and family.
Hold on. Let me tweet it. Let me tweet this real fast too.
Okay. While I wait for our friend to take 30 minutes to do this, tonight we're gonna discuss a whole lot of topics, including the Dallas Cowboys and Stephen Jones' dumbass. We're gonna discuss Carson Wentz going to Washington and how excited Oscar is about it, and we're gonna discuss Deshaun Watson. We're gonna discuss the Cubs want to, or the Cubs, the Bears want to trade. I think it's their QB to the Jaguars. We're gonna talk Zeke. We're gonna talk all kinds of things from the Dallas Cowboys. So make sure you give us a like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Press the post notification bell so you never miss another one of these videos. And make sure to subscribe to the channel that's in the description. It's Real Talk with Oscar Montiel. And that's right.
You can't hear my voiceover, right?
No, we can't. Our special guest tonight, as you have seen and heard, because he won't stop talking. I'm just kidding. Because Aaron's not here tonight, so someone's calling. All right, hold on a second. We're just going to get rid of that. Okay. So make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel in the link in the description. Oscar Montiel is our guest, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and mute myself really quickly and call back because people just don't understand that I'm on YouTube.
All right, y'all. So while Jason takes care of his phone call, sorry, I was busy on Twitter, tweeting his live stream out so we can get some viewers. So, yeah, Carson Wentz to Washington, I guess. I guess what I'll do, now I will not take back what I said about Carson Wentz. He's still horrible. He was still a horrible trade to make. So this is what's coming up on my YouTube channel real fast. While we wait for Jason, and if Jason hears this and asks me later, I'm gonna be like, refer back to the earlier parts of the stream.
I'm back.
I was trying to kill some time.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, go ahead.
So this is what's coming up on my channel for the next couple of days, aside from Real Madrid content. So obviously, like I said, Carson Wentz is now a Washington Commander. So I'll be discussing what Washington needs to do to build around Carson Wentz, so that way they can make him, I guess, like try to make him successful or whatever. I don't know. But I'll be discussing some players that they need to sign in free agency. So that's what's coming up on my channel tomorrow and Monday as well. Also, the episode 6 of the Golden Truth will also be taking place on Monday again, just because Aaron and I have something to get done on Tuesday for our nonprofit. So Golden Truth will be again on a Monday at 6:30. So that's what's coming up on my channel.
So if you have nothing to do on Monday, don't watch. I'm just kidding. Oscar, you won't believe the call I just got.
What?
So it was my mom. And she says to me, Jason, my friends want to listen to your live stream. I don't know why they want to torture themselves. And I heard you cuss on your link. So I'm going to shout them out real quick. So if you're in the chat, either Red Rock Search and Rescue, my mom, if whoever's in the chat, go ahead and if you're watching, go ahead and write in the chat. We'll shout you out. But I want to shout out our best search team in Las Vegas, who works with Metro and all the other guys. They offer lots of classes in CPR and first aid and I don't know what else. But shout out to Search and Rescue, and hopefully they're watching. And I'm going to monitor the chat.
Just do it on your Mac, dude.
So, all right, we got Oscar Montiel. If you see food on my desk, I got dinner, and Oscar Montiel didn't let me finish. So that's why the dinner's here. So, Carson, let's discuss this. Again, thank you to those that are watching. I appreciate you guys for torturing yourselves. No one asked you to do so.
Hey, man, viewers are viewers.
Viewers are viewers, I know. But everyone who says, Jason, I listen to your podcast, and I say, what? Who's torturing you? What did you do? Did you get fired at work and your husband's mad?
Yo.
Are they interrogating you because you did something and they're going to show you my videos to torture? Al-Qaeda and ISIS are doing it. Tell me what happened. No. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to James. Okay, I'm sorry. If George W. Bush had my channel, all he needed, tell us what's going on in Iraq. No. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to J Sports. I'm sorry. I know I just made a political joke, but so it is Saturday night in the NFL, and we're going to be discussing a lot of things. First off, and yes, we are going to get to Amari Cooper, but right now, I do want to discuss Carson Wentz. So let me just put this out there, okay, Oscar? Carson Wentz was the quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. Frank Reich was the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts, and he put his career on the line for a guy who he thought, I can coach him. And
no, actually, back up further.
Okay.
Remember, So I don't want to cut you off and steal your thunder. But remember, he was a Philadelphia Eagle. And when Frank Reich, so Frank Reich and Carson Wentz were a part of that Eagles championship team. When Frank Reich left to coach Indianapolis, the Colts still had a guy by the name Andrew Luck. Now, Andrew Luck stuck around for a year, but because of him sustaining a bunch of injuries, he retired from the NFL. That put the Colts in kind of a situation where they didn't have a quarterback. So they tried a guy named Jacoby Brissett, which didn't work out. They had Phillip Rivers for a year, who he retired a year after as well. So that put the Colts again in quarterback limbo. So the Eagles, seeing that Carson Wentz, they wanted to move on from Carson Wentz for being either a poor sport after Jalen Hurts took his job or whatever. Frank Reich was like, all right, I know this guy. This guy, before he got hurt, I made him into an MVP candidate. Let's see if I can get the best out of him. Trades for him, eats most of the splits the cap of Carson Wentz. The Colts and the Eagles did. So then the year goes on. Carson Wentz had an okay season, but obviously Frank Reich said after 1 year, I'm done with this guy.
Yeah.
So
I can't stop eating. Really quickly, before I give my input, shout out to Todd Han. He said Red Rock is the best. Now, Todd, do you mean the casino? Do you mean Red Rock Canyon? Do you mean Red Rock Search and Rescue? I'm being an A. I'm just going to say that because I just want to be funny. So, Todd, if you could let us know in the comments, do you mean the Red Rock Hotel and Casino? Do you mean Red Rock Canyon or Red Rock Search and Rescue? Now, be careful because there are other people around you listening. So, and I will put your comment on there as soon as I see it. Look, I think with Carson Wentz too, he's getting so many chances, right? You know what I mean? There are players that come into the league, whether it's baseball, hockey, soccer, football, whatever, but especially in the NFL, where NFL doesn't offer a lot of chances, but somehow Carson Wentz is sort of like a cat because he keeps coming back and back and back, and he keeps clawing back. Here's
the thing, Carson Wentz. So his first 2 years were good. He was fine. But then obviously in the midst of that second year, he tore his ACL and was never the same again. Because the following year, they won the championship with Mick Foles. So the following year, he had something to prove, and he tried to prove it. He was trying to say, I took this team. Like, I led this team to an 11-2 start. I was in the MVP conversation. But then again, he got hurt. He got hurt again.
That was 2017,
No, 2018. This is after his 20 ACL. He got hurt again.
Yeah.
Apparently, he had a shoulder injury or a back. I don't know what he had.
Yeah,
so he got hurt again. Mick Foles had yet another decent run in the playoffs. And then his confidence was shook. So then when Mick Foles leaves, it's his team again. He gets to the playoffs, but gets hurt again in the playoffs. Gets a concussion. And then the following year, he gets replaced by Jalen Hurts.
Yes.
So I feel like it's a confidence thing or after that first injury, he couldn't stay healthy. And then there were guys that were breathing down his neck the entire time that just shook him in his time in Philly. With the Colts, I have no idea what was going on with him in the Colts because his stats, forget about QBR the last two games because I know that you sent me a message. But you take a look at the season stats as a whole. 27 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. Sure. And people are saying, what I don't like about what Undisputed said, they okay. We'll address the QBR here in a second, but let's run down him and Taylor Heineke. Carson Wentz had 27 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Taylor Heineke had 20 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Who had the better stat line there?
Obvious.
There you go. So, is he an upgrade over Taylor Heineke? Yes, but by not that much. So we'll have to wait and see what happens.
I don't think he's an upgrade like that you guys can count on. First off, he's injury prone. So as you pointed out in your channel, which ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check out the link that I posted in the description for Oscar Montiel. If you like, for some odd, unfortunate, desperate reason, you like Washington content, Washington Commanders.
You know what?
I'm not finished. I'm not finished.
You have no right to talk because your team literally got rid of your best player. So
it doesn't matter. You guys still have a guy. You have an owner who is in the investigation for sexual assault. You guys have a terrible team.
Oh yeah, but I'm hearing that
you guys are still worse. But Washington, no matter what Dallas does, Washington is still going to be worse. All right.
But I'm hearing that your owner basically didn't. There's no conduct of sexual abuse, but he did make some cheerleaders uncomfortable. I don't know what he did.
There's no telling what he did, but it's not as big as what your team owner did, is it? No, it's
not. Time will tell. Time will tell.
Time will tell when Dan Snyder's out. Hey, if there's anything that can take out Jerry Jones, I'm not opposed to it. Jerry Jones is our nightmare for any Cowboys fan. By the way, the Red Rock Search and Rescue team, if there's any Cowboys fans, you know what I'm talking about. Jimmy Johnson could have taken us to a 4th Super Bowl and probably won it. Probably even a 5th. But Jerry Jones, I know Jimmy tries to be all classy now, but Troy Aikman knows, everybody knows we could have gone further. Anyway, if for some unfortunate, desperate, terrible reason you're a Washington Commanders fan, they were the former Washington Redskins and the Washington football team. I love how they changed their name, and Aaron's like, they're not the same team. Anyway, they're still the same terrible team, Aaron. If you like that, or...
And then he goes on and says, if I take off my face, am I still the same person? Yes.
Remember that example he gave on my stream where he's like, what did he say about the girlfriend? What was it? Oh, if the girl changes her, you have a girlfriend and she changes her name, she's. Woo-wee! Okay. So, if you do like, for some dumb reason, Washington, or Oscar also covers soccer, our family team, Real Madrid. If you like Real Madrid, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to Oscar's channel. Press the post notification bell if you only want to watch soccer. But the link I posted down below is Oscar's analysis of Carson Wentz. So let me get to it. The one thing you said on your channel was this: Washington should trade for a quarterback in the quarterback class this year, which is not very good.
You mean
the draft this year is not very good on itself. Last year was great. However, you pointed out Carson Wentz might get hurt. And if Carson Wentz gets hurt, then guess what? Now you got a rookie quarterback coming. If you don't trade for a rookie quarterback or a quarterback in general, then or another one, or sign one, whatever. If you don't do that, then you're stuck with little Taylor Heineke, however they call him, and you know how he ducks down and he right. Mm-hmm. But the other thing too is Carson Wentz has the Athletic put out this article. Did you see it?
Yeah.
It tore him to shreds, and it said that he has a reckless style of play. You've seen the way he throws that ball. It's not in a tactful. It's not it's not in a tactful way. It doesn't look like he's planning something. It's horrible, and it's like he And the other problem is that Ron Rivera is going to have, he's not coachable, Oscar. You know that. The Athletic put out an article basically saying he wouldn't listen. So if Ron Rivera pulls him into the office and says, listen, son, what are you doing? You need to play better football. Let us help you. He's not going to listen to them. You need a leader in that locker room, someone to shape up your team, and you need a guy who's going to be coachable. Because and there are guys who they think they have the best game. Carson Wentz, I know you don't. I'm not a big channel. I need you to listen to me, dude. You ain't 2017/2018 Carson Wentz. You aren't anymore. You're a terrible football player these days. You're okay in the first part of the season, and you are garbage in the second part of the season. And I'm not saying it as a person he's garbage. I'm saying his play for all the adults watching. Okay? It's true. Dak Prescott, look at him. Great in the first 5-6 games. You get to game 7, game 8, he's done. The offense is done. Why? Because Dallas is predictable, right? And we've talked about it a billion times on this channel where Kellen Moore, and we're going to get even more predictable. You might as well just give them the handbook, Kellen Moore. Come on, K. Come on, KP. Right? I think Washington's going to get super predictable. Hey, is Carson Wentz going to have chemistry with Antonio Gibson? Maybe. I don't know. Even if he does, Antonio, Dallas should have traded. Hold on. Dallas should have traded Amari Cooper to, and I'm really mad about that still. They should have traded Amari Cooper to Washington. Now, of course, they weren't going to do that to a division foe. You guys needed Amari Cooper, a strong weapon who can do one-handed catches, who can run 1,000 yards, who can do all of that. Antonio Gibson is going to fumble that ball 15 times out of the year. So let's say that your coaches, if Frank Reich and everybody couldn't coach him, Frank himself could not coach him, there's nothing anyone can do with this guy. But let's say that they can in Washington. Your problem now is Antonio Gibson fumbling that football, dropping that football. Or he throws too many more interceptions. Is he going to have to Heineke? Maybe.
We're going to have to wait and see. And this is what I'm going to address in my next video is how can Washington build around Carson Wentz? Because I feel like that. Okay, so I actually thought about this. He was stuck in the Eagles organization for a while. And when he got hurt and quarterbacks that played better than him, he felt entitled. When he goes to Indianapolis and has a familiar face in Frank Reich, he's like, all right, bet. And then again, he probably felt so comfortable that he also felt entitled. How about, so when he comes here to Washington, it's an unknown. He doesn't know anyone. He doesn't know anyone. And I don't know about the coaching styles of Doug Peterson and Frank Reich. I don't know if they're disciplined or not, but maybe, just maybe, Ron Rivera is the guy, because Ron Rivera is a disciplined military guy. Now, the problem with these military guys sometimes is that they're too nice. What I mean by too nice, sometimes they don't make plays. But in Carson Wentz terms, I think we need to have a guy like Ron Rivera who is going to tell him, be nice. If you're not nice and you're terrible and you have that entitled attitude, then I will not hesitate to cut you in during the season. So we'll have to wait and see if maybe it was just all around his familiarity with the Eagles organization, with the Colts organization, because Frank Reich was there, and Frank Reich also brought other guys there with him too, from the Eagles organization. We'll have to wait and see. Like I stated, that I'm going to be addressing more of this tomorrow, or it's either tomorrow or Monday whenever I get that video up. But yeah.
All right. Well, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Oscar's channel. I know I say that a lot, but we have to promote on YouTube because we don't have the billions of dollars that ESPN has. So, I don't think it's a familiarity thing, dude. I'm sorry, but I don't. I mean, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, if everybody's saying that, and in the Athletic, it was people in the Eagles organization saying it too. Okay. His injuries, unfortunately, have made his body more fatigued. They not fatigued, but
More prone
to injury, more liable to injury. But also, his play has been disrupted, and it's unfortunate. Because when Carson Wentz came into the game, and he beat Dallas, by the way, I'm pretty sure that game he beat Dallas. Look, I mean, everyone was thinking MVP.
I mean, when he was with Philly, he beat Dallas three times, and one of those times was when not 2017, but I think it was the year. No,
it was 2018. I'm pretty sure it was 2018. So Mike
Nolan
was still there.
It was 2019. No, it was 2019. This was Jason Garrett's final year.
That's okay.
So
8-8.
Yeah. He actually led the Eagles to that NFC Championship. I remember he beat the Cowboys for to get into the playoffs. So we'll have to wait and see. I don't like. I'm not. We're in the middle of March. I can't get excited. I'm not gonna get hype over, and I'm not gonna put a positive spin. I'm just gonna say, look. Unfortunately, Carson Wentz isn't gonna. I don't know how far Carson Wentz is gonna take Washington, but I think Washington should build in the case that he can prove these teams wrong, then Washington obviously has to build around him and get more weapons and healthy weapons at that, because Logan Thomas was a really solid tight end, got hurt. Curtis Samuel was a solid wide receiver in Carolina with the Panthers, got hurt. So we also, if Carson Wentz can stay healthy and get get the right amount of weapons, we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, more on that tomorrow.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know, Oscar. I hate to be negative.
I don't want to give too much away because I'm still working on the the ideas. So
well, yeah, and but I mean, my thing is that familiarity thing. I don't buy it, because if the guy's uncoachable, if he is that bad, I mean, come on. His play was not a reckless style of play, non-communicative. I mean, who are your receivers and your tight ends? Who do you think would work better? Or I don't know if you want to answer that because that is tomorrow's video. But I think with Washington, your O-line needs a little bit of work.
You know what's going to be telling, and I'm going to sit and wait until, because here's the thing. So the NFL folks right now, the beginning of the league season officially starts Wednesday. So all of this is done via what's the word? Conversation, but it's not legally done on paper just yet.
Yeah.
So what's going to be telling is what he's going to say in his first Commander's press conference. Depending on when that is gonna be, I'll probably do like a reaction to that press conference. So. But I'm very interested. It's gonna be an interesting offseason. Like,
it's gonna be an eventful offseason. You never know. And right now, baseball, the lockout just ended, so all the free agency frenzy is like, it's like when you hold people like at a fair and you have the gates closed, and all of a sudden you open the freaking gates and everyone's
there's like a stampede
running in, like stampede. That's what the news is like. It is near impossible for me, a small channel, to keep up, but. You've been talking Landon Collins. What's up with him? Are you guys keeping him? Or
I knew. I was like, I know there's another video that I needed to do. See, this is what happens. See, this is what happens. This is what happens when like people disrupt my habits, because I was literally about to hit record yesterday, and then people decided to make noise. So I
happens here too, man. So I do my things during the day.
Anyway. Landon Collins. So this is another negative that Carson Wentz brought to Washington. Washington decides to eat most of his salary. So Washington goes from one of the top teams in salary where they could, spend, I wouldn't say too big, but they can spend with guys that they're, reasonable price, right? That automatically goes away with Carson Wentz, because then I think they were like down to like $6 million, like away before hitting, them being in debt, because they decided to eat Carson Wentz's salary, which is $28 million this season.
Oh my God, that's a lot of money.
So then for them to free up cap space, they had to release Landon Collins. So Landon Collins is no longer a Washington Commander. Frees up $6 million more in cap space. So Washington still can't spend too much, but man,
I think they should have released him.
They did. That's what they did.
Didn't they trade?
No, they cut him straight. They cut him straight up.
So it's funny. They should have just. I don't know if you guys isn't Jason Wright has nothing to do with this, right? In terms of, because he's the president of the business.
Yeah, he's on the business side of things.
He probably needs to help them out, because why would you take a quarterback that has that high of a salary, eat most of it, in fact, his entire salary, instead of saying to the Colts, here they were desperate.
Here's the thing, and this is why I was kind of mad at the beginning. Like, I'm mad, yes, because Washington obviously could have gotten a better quarter. They still had a chance to get Deshaun Watson, and we'll talk about him here later in the stream. But I'm upset not with the Carson Wentz move. In fact, I'm not surprised at all that Carson Wentz is a Commander, the way that it was done. Because the Colts, if they could not find a trade partner, they were going to cut the dude anyway. They were going to cut him. They were going to release him so he can become a free agent. If Washington struck out with Deshaun Watson, because they struck out with Russell Wilson and they struck out with Aaron Rodgers. If they struck out with Deshaun Watson, okay, at least I know that you tried to get Deshaun Watson. Focus on free agency. Oh, who's in free agency? Carson Wentz. He's automatically in the free agency market with the quarterbacks. He's better than Marcus Mariota. He's better than Jameis Winston. So I wouldn't have been too mad at Carson Wentz. At Carson Wentz being signed as a free agent. The trade is not acceptable, because if that was the case, you could have just sat there, waited him to be released, tried your hand at Deshaun Watson. If that failed, then Carson Wentz is a plan B. So
exactly, and not only that, get the Colts to hold half the salary at least.
Basically,
because that's a soda. Anyway, look at that. Stopped me.
I thought you dropped something.
No, I did. It was the soda can. Here, my thing is, you spend all that money. It's whoever's making this business. I know I don't have a big business. I have a small business. My goal, if I need to spend for my business, is to spend as little as possible for the most I can get. The only reason I would eat that salary is if he was a better quarterback. If he could offer my team a better value, and he's not as injury prone, he's not as hot-headed, he's right and difficult to deal with. You could not get him for at least half his salary. The Colts were so desperate, you could have done it. That was my point before Oscar said what he said. The Colts were so desperate to get rid of this dude that you could have said to the Colts, you take half, I take half.
Basically.
Oh my. Oh geez. I wish Washington luck. I wish the Cowboys luck. uh, we'll get to that now, but oh man. Well, actually, let's get to Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson.
I feel like we should knock out some of the smaller stories right now because
we'll go to Deshaun Watson, and then we'll go to Zeke. We'll end with Amari Cooper.
Are we not going to talk about there was another move.
Well, they did the 5 players, which were mainly.
I mean, I don't know much about
aside from Blake Jarwin. Bobby Wagner.
Oh, getting cut by the Seahawks.
Yeah. We'll talk about Bobby Wagner. They're thinking he would come. They're thinking about Saquon Barkley. We'll talk about all of that. Let's go to Deshaun Watson.
I don't see you guys. I don't see you guys getting Saquon Barkley because he's a New York Giant, so I don't see
the Giants traded to a foe.
Yeah, like
I mean, they
maybe
suck.
if they released him, maybe. I would not see a trade between Dallas and Giants.
You don't see Zeke going to New York?
No,
because I mean I don't either. But that is apparently Stephen Jones. This is just how Stephen Jones works because he's terrible. Apparently, so I will go into that. But Deshaun Watson, he had charges of sexual assault and what else?
That's as far as I know. There were civil suits.
There were civil suits, and his charges have been cleared. I'm not going to comment on the situation, whether I think it's real or not, or true or not, like I did with Trevor Bauer. That man is as innocent as you can get, by the way.
Yeah, because I don't know much. I don't know much about it either, to be honest.
Exactly.
I didn't even know about the Deshaun Watson thing until like at the beginning of the season when they were like hit. Like no, I knew about it when it was the draft because next thing like I hear like the Texans drafting a quarterback. I'm like, why are they drafting a quarterback when they have Deshaun Watson? And then I found out Deshaun Watson isn't too happy in Houston, and there's sexual allegations going on. I'm like, oh, that's why.
Right. So I don't know if he settled. Well, he didn't settle. The charges were dropped. So aside from that, we're not going to get into the law. However, 10 teams are after Deshaun Watson. I don't remember the 10 teams that are after him.
I know 7 out of. I don't know if.
All right. So can you
they're
list
complete 10?
Right. There's 10, but can you list the ones that you know?
Let me see. The Panthers, the Steelers, I think, who are a dark horse because they're in a market for a quarterback.
They have Juju?
He's a wide receiver.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let me see. So I saw the list on a video too. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm literally gonna think of me. Okay. I'm trying to give me 1 second to think. Washington basically got themselves out of the running because obviously they traded for Carson Wentz. So, because I know Washington, it was from what I heard before the whole entire Carson Wentz thing went down, that the Panthers and Washington were the top 2 that were like interested.
So why go for Wentz if you could go for a dude like Watson?
I thought I already discussed this. Ron Rivera doesn't like troubled people. Hence the reason why he didn't make a big move to trade up in the draft to draft Micah Parsons.
Is he regretting that decision?
Yes.
You know, when we got Micah Parsons, I was like, Philly? With Dallas? What? We got Parsons from Philly. Okay. But the other thing is people are making, he got suspended from Penn State because of this, and he did this, and he did that. I'm like, okay. They had him as an edge rusher.
So here are the list of teams that need a quarterback. So the Saints, the Panthers, The Buccaneers, actually,
Okay,
the Buccaneers, since Tom Brady retired.
maybe.
Okay. NFC West. The Seahawks are another team. Anyone in the NFC North? I don't think so, unless you count the Lions, which I'm not really sure what they're doing.
Losing,
Because they already have a quarterback that's eating most of their salary too. So
and they're losing badly.
exactly. Let me see. Anyone on the AFC South? The Colts are in a market for a quarterback, but I don't know if the Texans, since they are a division foe, that they would want to trade it to the trade Deshaun Watson to the Colts. AFC West, they're fine. AFC North, like I said, the Steelers are are dark are in need of a quarterback after Big Ben retired. AFC West, no, AFC West, that's AFC East. The Dolphins have been interested in Deshaun Watson for a
Yes,
long
I saw that.
time,
Uh-huh.
but they have Tua, so I don't know.
You don't
But
think they'd get rid of Tua?
I really don't know.
Do you think Josh McDaniels, could work with Deshaun Watson?
You realize that Josh McDaniels is in. Are you talking about Mike McDaniels?
Mike McDaniels, whatever the hell his name is, they are the
I
same to
don't.
me.
That's a really no, because one is a white dude, one is a black dude.
They're the same. Anyway. But do you think that
I feel like the Dolphin owner wants to give Tua a chance.
Stephen Ross? Well, a chance to 10 games for him?
Basically. But let me see. There's another. Oh, the
Jets? No, not the
the
Jets.
Jets are could be a wild card. I think that's it. So out of those teams, there are there's obviously some black, dark horses, but the most realistic option right now is, I believe, either the Panthers or the Seahawks. I feel like the Seahawks, because they got a boatload of picks from the Denver Broncos trade. So I feel like the Seahawks can give up more.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, so
would he be a good fit in Tampa?
Yes, because they already have established weapons and they actually have a pretty decent offensive line. And here's the thing. You won't have to. It's not Tom Brady where Tom Brady would throw. You know how Tom Brady would throw 30 to 50 times?
Yeah.
My brother was telling me that he was leaving.
Oh.
So
with Deshaun, so he would throw that, yeah.
With Deshaun Watson, because he's also mobile, he won't be required to throw 30 to 50 times. He also has the offensive line that Houston doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Houston, he also would have the weapons that Houston got rid of, to be honest.
That's why they've been horrible the last 3-4 years.
Exactly.
Yeah, Texas.
So he could be a success story in Tampa.
I think so. And do you know any of his stats? Because I did not prepare my notes.
No, not really. I just know that he's very he's very mobile. He actually led the Houston Texans to the playoffs 3 out of the 4 years that he was a starter. He won a playoff game and he had a chance to knock the only thing that I remember of him was he was up on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. So the year the Chiefs won the Super Bowl too. They were up 24-0 and he let it go through his fingers.
Yeah. Which is hilarious.
Dude, the Chiefs, it was so the Texans. I was like, wow. So Patrick Mahomes really is garbage. 24, down 24-0. Next thing you know, the Chiefs at the end of the game scored, I think, like 51 points. I'll be like,
Yeah.
what the heck?
It kind of did remind me of Brady, but I love Patrick Mahomes more. And it's just like, I remember that game because one of my friends is a big Chiefs fan. And he was like, oh, come on, Mahomes. You could do better. Come on. And he was like, if this is his beer, he was like, holy shit, that lid flew. I'm sorry, everybody. It's just, it freaked me the hell out. But he was like slamming his beer down. I'm like, dude, stop. I don't know if they're going to be. And all of a sudden, commercial goes, right? And all of a sudden, they come back. Hey, welcome to the Chiefs. All of a sudden, they're on a drive and they're leading towards the end zone. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, I was like, dang. Like, Deshaun Watson, Deshaun Watson was not obviously they traded their best player the following year in DeAndre Hopkins, so obviously he wasn't going to do the same.
Where is Hopkins now? Hopkins is oh my
Colts.
God,
not Colts, Cardinals.
Cardinals. That's right. And then Dallas beat the crap out of the Cardinals, but I mean it's the Cardinals with what's Hill? It was Winston Hill, right?
No. Oh my God, I call him Stuart Little.
Yeah, you call him Stuart, but
his name is what's this
I thought it was Winston Hill, but maybe I'm wrong.
Man, Kyler Murray.
We didn't play Kyler Murray.
Yes, you did.
No, it was his backup.
No, you guys played Kyler Murray against the Cardinals. Oh wait, no. You guys played Colt McCoy.
I don't know who we played, but it was a really fun game because... No, wait a minute. I think the Cardinals beat Dallas.
Yes, they did.
They beat Dallas. That's that. I remember that game. The refs also made an F up there, too. Of course, the NFL refs, they're going to make bad calls again, and I'm going to be exploding. I think Deshaun Watson, good for him that his charges got cleared. Again, yeah. I don't know the mechanics of what exactly happened. So for anyone that wants to come after me, I don't know. I'm sorry. So let's go to Bobby Wagner. In fact, I actually talked about this with you. On a Monday stream or whenever I did my stream.
Yeah, we talked about it briefly. I mean, I don't know what the Seahawks are doing. I don't know if it was
I just don't see Dallas getting them.
Yeah, I don't see it either. Just because why would they get cut if they're cutting Amari Cooper, or if they got rid of Amari Cooper and they're thinking of DeMarcus Lawrence, that really means that they shouldn't be focused on getting other guys right now. Like, they got salary cap issues, so they shouldn't bring in guys at this point. If that's what you're claiming, salary cap, then stop getting high profile players.
Well, Dallas is gonna need new receivers.
Draft.
Yeah, that mock draft's gonna be fun. I don't remember exactly what I said about him, but I just don't see Bobby Wagner coming. Oh, I know he's good. He can get good, and he's good at the game. Still throw. He can still get pass breakups. He can still do all of that. But again, I don't see it. Yeah. There's another debate. We just talked about it. Zeke. I don't believe this, but they were Stephen Jones was talking. This is how you know Stephen Jones doesn't know what the hell he's doing. But ladies and gentlemen that are watching, Stephen Jones is the son of Jerry Jones, the nightmare of the Dallas Cowboys. He's the owner. Okay, well, Stephen Jones was thinking of getting Saquon Barkley for Zeke Elliott. No. Even if Dallas had a chance, which they have zero, why would you get rid of Zeke Elliott? Okay, fine, he's injury prone. First off, Dallas, they said, Zeke feels okay. I don't give a damn if Zeke feels okay. Keep it. This is what the Golden Knights are doing right now. Steve, By the way, I can't believe I literally got you. I was like, you're like, yeah, the Golden Knights are gonna lose when they were 10. I'm like, you never know, dude. What happens? They got smashed by the Penguins. Smashed is an understatement. They got bludgeoned, and then they brought the stretcher. 5-2 loss. Poor puck. Don't Oscar. I just did this. Don't get me started. But you see this with the Golden Knights where they are, Max Pacioretty and Robin Lehner, right? Max Pacioretty is a forward. Robin Lehner's a goalie for some reason, and
I like you're like for some reason I'm like,
and I had the breath of a goalie, but I gave him credit this against the Flyers because at least he kept them in the game. It was the Golden Knights that did it. Oscar, you son of a gun, you're getting me started. What I'm trying to say before Oscar interrupts is
back to Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is what they're doing in Dallas is what they're doing in the Golden Knights. Max Pacioretty and Zeke Elliott get hurt, and what's his name? Robin Lehner get hurt. Both with upper or lower body injuries, right? They get on the LTIR, and then I saw the news that Lehner was coming back. I'm like, that's fascinating. That's quick. He was on the LTIR. So they bring Lehner back, and all of a sudden he gets hurt on Tuesday against the Flyers. So then on Wednesday or Thursday, they're like, he's being sent back to Vegas to be really reevaluated for his lower body injury. He will not be back for a while. Then Max Pacioretty last night on Friday gets injured. And so he came back after the LTIR. That's what they did. And then the Golden Knights played like crap because they got, I know one of my mom's friends loves the Golden Knights. So I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm just saying it's true. You saw the game. It's like Max Pacioretty took all the energy and all the game-winning passion with him because those guys didn't have it. Anyway, Zeke Elliott, it's the same thing. Oh, he had that. Remember how he had that concussion? Remember how it was that knee that was hurt? And then they brought him back anyway because, he feels good. He's doing workouts. You guys had Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard does really, really well. Still prefer Zeke Elliott. But Zeke Elliott, 8-year guy who can, run as much anymore and take leaps and all of that. He needs to just fill gaps and spaces. That's what he needs to do. But even then, with
he's
all
not
of that,
he's not Ezekiel Elliott, because Ezekiel Elliott, the rookie, Ezekiel, even in the 2019, Ezekiel Elliott, the rookie, he was called Zeke the Freak just because he made huge runs.
Yeah, he did.
That's basically what Tony Pollard does now. So
and he would run for 1,000 yards each season.
Yeah, because Ezekiel Elliott, he's just too injury prone. He keeps on just getting hurt way too much, and it's wearing down on him now. So he's not the same dude.
Exactly. And look, I love Zeke Elliott. He's one of my favorite. I have 5 favorite players from the Dallas Cowboys. When Dak runs his mouth, he gets less on the total on the list, right? But look, as much as I can say, look, Zeke's not the same guy and whatever. What, Stephen Jones? Why do you think you have a chance at Saquon Barkley? Number one. Number two, why would you get rid of Zeke?
And Saquon Barkley's and here's the thing, he's a younger, more injury prone Ezekiel Elliott. The last 2 or 3 years, last 2 years, Saquon Barkley's been on the injury shelf. He's been on a shelf due to injury.
And wasn't he on the IR?
Twice.
Yeah, but long term or just short term each time?
The first time was long term because he got hurt week 2. He tore his ACL, got hurt. This past year, short term, and then he got hurt. Came back and got hurt again. They were like, you know what? Screw this. Shut him down for the year.
Yeah. So, okay, Stephen Jones. Oscar, I criticize the NHL for this, but the NFL seems to be, the more I've started to follow it even more with you kind of helping me out, it seems like these guys don't know and I'm not just talking Stephen Jones. Let's go get a guy who's more injury prone than the guy who's already injury prone, but not as much. What is wrong with these owners?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Dalton Schultz was tagged. Again, the last thing I'm going to say about this, first off, Aaron would have, I love you, Aaron, but how many times would he have inserted 10 new topics within this one topic?
He'd be like, by the way, I know this is
kind of
kind of
reminds
off
me of
topic.
another guy.
No. They're like, by the way, this is kind of off topic. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, can we just stay on topic then?
Yeah. Or when he says, it just kind of reminds me of this, dude. And the thing you got to realize is this. And we're like, I'm looking at the clock going, damn, this topic went 25 minutes.
Yeah, because
30 minutes.
We've hit 4 topics, and we've done all those 4 topics in an hour. Just about, because we're at like 55 minutes.
59 minutes?
55.
Oh, 55? Okay, we got to go. Yeah, and with Aaron, we would have hit maybe the second topic by now. Maybe.
Maybe.
It's nothing bad, I'm just saying, Aaron. You know we love you, man. You know, when me and Oscar are grateful that you come on our team. But we gotta...
The reason why I appointed him as my new co-host because I knew that he could carry most of the conversation.
You literally tell him, okay, Aaron, here, add it real quick. Oh, yeah. So, and all of a sudden, like, you come back, and I can see you coming back, and you're just sitting there waiting to talk, and it's like 5 minutes later, and then you interject. It's like, whoa. Yeah. So, but we tell Aaron this to his face. Okay. We tell him like
I called him out on it too. I'm like, dude, stop interrupting and stop changing the topic.
Or but the good thing about Aaron is he can say, yeah, Saquon Barkley reminds me of this, but remember this player and that player from this team and that team, and then you get to this player and see he goes to this.
Yeah,
so he's a complete nerd in the NFL, so we love that. However, we've been through like 4 or 5 topics in an hour. Aaron, we'd be on topic 3 by the 2.5?
2.5 hour mark. Anyway, let me see. Any other before we get to the Amari Cooper when I get to torture you, just like you tortured me at the beginning of the gun. Again, I told you. I was like, if you're nice about Carson Wentz, then I'll be nice about Amari Cooper.
God. Listen, my team is just terrible. I'm sorry. And it's not going to be torture, and I'll tell you why it's not going to be torture. I called it.
You get rid of your best player. Really?
On the team. I know. Best wide receiver. We'll get to him. Dalton Schultz on him. Again, the only thing I'll say is,
why would you franchise tag the dude? Really?
Yeah.
Like that was just that. Like you. I don't like the franchise stuff. I agree with Aaron because him and I were discussing it. I think on my
that's where
channel,
I was going. Yeah.
That like the franchise tag because okay, fine. You don't like basically a franchise tag is a 1-year deal and a boatload of money. When you can work out, if you want him for a 1 year, if you want to, you know how much if you want to pay him $10 million, that's fine. But divide it into like 2 years, 3 years. I don't care. Like 1 year for $10 million is not a bargain. Million. Like,
that's exactly what I'm thinking. Everyone says it. If you're gonna pay him. But don't do a multi-year contract. And make it where you're not spending most of your money each year because the salary cap goes up every year, every single year. But come on, man. Are you kidding? This is just ridiculous. And Dalton Schultz out of everybody?
You don't well, obviously you hear the doorbell now, but no. Yeah. You didn't hear any of the background because the workers came upstairs, I guess.
No, I heard it.
No, but you don't hear the workers in the background, right?
Yes.
Oh, crap.
Oh, well.
Well,
we're live.
The peace and quiet
is over.
Yeah.
Anyways. But Dalton Schultz, that guy who, by the way, he can't even keep the ball in his hands. Oh, and I got the ball. Yeah. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, the ball hit my chest. Oh, it fell.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And so now you're gonna move an injury prone. So wait, before we get to Amari Cooper, was there anything else in the NFL that was happening? Oh, real quick, the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, when you said the Cubs, I was like, the Cubs.
Yeah, I was like, wait, the Cubs. No, not the Cubs. The Bears. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Bears. They're trying to get rid of their QB, or is it not their QB?
No, they got rid of their top pass rusher.
That's right.
His
To
name,
the Chargers.
his name is Khalil Mack.
Yeah. I don't know about him. What do you think of that move? I think it gives Justin Herbert an extra weapon.
No, it gives the Chargers defense an extra weapon. And here's why.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Khalil Mack was with the Raiders.
Ew.
John Gruden, and here's the thing. Khalil Mack, and this was before John Gruden came. Like, what's this dude's name? Oh my god. He's with what? He's the Washington defensive coordinator now. Jack Del Rio. Jack Del Rio made this dude a beast. Like, he was a nightmare. Like, if it wasn't for Derek Carr getting hurt that 1 year that they made it to the playoffs,
yeah,
it was because that defense was a nightmare when Jack Del Rio was the coach. And then when John Gruden comes along, he's like, I don't like Amari Cooper. I don't like Khalil Mack. Let's get rid of these punks.
And where are the Raiders now?
So Khalil Mack gets traded to the Bears. He had an okay first season with the Bears, but after that, the Bears just went downhill. So now I feel like Khalil Mack gets another fair chance to, go to a team that's in a playoff contention mode.
Yeah.
Because basically, dude, let's be honest. If the Chargers had a defense, well, granted, Justin Herbert. No, I wouldn't say Justin Herbert because he actually led the comeback. But if the Chargers had a really good a run stop defense, that Sunday Night Football game, we would be talking about the Chargers going into the playoffs, not the Raiders. So Khalil Mack will fix the Chargers defense. He will be able to stop the run, stop Brandon Jacobs, stop Clyde Edwards-Helaire, stop who's another running back in that division? Whoever the Broncos have at running back, I think his name is Javon Williams or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, so the Chargers defense got amplified first. Second, he'll get a chance at redemption at the Raiders for getting rid of him.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Raiders, not the Chargers, my bad. The Raiders.
I didn't know about them, but so where are the Bears in a rebuild stage, and they just felt like
they are. Yes, they are because they got the quarterback. Well, they say they got the quarterback for the future, but they got a new head coach. They got a new general manager. They just got to get wide receivers, and they got to fix that defense. So,
yeah, I mean, all I'm saying is this now makes, hopefully for the Chargers' sake, he helps their defense. Dallas offensive line. I think Dallas offensive line is going to be weaker, which maybe the Chargers can take advantage of.
I mean, the Chargers offensive line. The Chargers offensive line need to get younger, not older, dude. Just saying.
That's true. Well. So does the Cowboys. They need to get younger. Their O-line needs to get younger.
Yeah.
I guess we can close with the animal I've been trying to effing avoid. Let me get a drink before I lose my mind. Do I need another soda? I need another soda. I'll be right back.
All right.
All right, now that I have my protein. No,
By the way, we're about to discuss Amari Cooper, and unless you can think of another topic, we literally made the stream. Well, it depends on how long we talk Amari Cooper, but we are at the 1 hour and 5 minute mark. Imagine if we had either a Duncan or an Aaron on the stream.
well, or Marvin. Well, no,
Well,
Marvin's very quick when he discusses something.
Yeah.
Very. I mean, he talks so fast. I'm like, well, Marvin,
Slow down.
You take it over the middle. You get the football, you throw it over the middle. You underutilize.
I'm like, whoa, oh, sugar. Imagine if we sped him up, like if we took our videos and we sped him up to 2 times. I mean, I can't even do it. That's how fast he talks. We should speed our videos up when it's Aaron. Yeah. We would be on topic number 2 by now with Aaron.
Basically. Or Duncan.
Duncan. Maybe.
He just talks. I feel like he talks so slow.
We love you, Duncan.
And he makes his points. Like, it takes it for, like, I feel like if he talked like at a normal like pace, I feel like he would be fine. But like he just talks so slow. And
Aaron talks okay, but he inserts so much into what he's saying.
And he goes from one topic to the next. I'm like, yo,
without stopping too.
I'd be like,
saying, so what do you guys think?
I'd be like, yo, scatterbrain.
Duncan, I love you, man. But Oscar's the one making fun of you, okay? Aaron, he's right. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go on, let me see if... Hold on a second.
No one has commented. I've been monitoring the chat.
I asked my mom to send me a link for her team, for her group, but she hasn't. So, before I go on, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to both of our channels. Press the post notification bell so you never miss another one of these live streams on my channel. If you care about Washington, I guess you can press that notification bell. Okay.
You know,
from one
when you're a guest on my channel, I don't say I guess if you like Dallas Cowboys content, because again, I reiterate, at least Washington, they're a dumpster fire. I admit that. But
so are the Cowboys now.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Cowboys fan, I guarantee you, if you talk to a delusional punk, they're like, oh yeah, we still got a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So what? So what? We got rid of Amari Cooper. So what if we get rid of DeMarcus Lawrence? We'll still be in the Super Bowl next year. Just watch.
You'll be at the Super Bowl watching the Super Bowl. That's where you'll be. Okay. Before you get me pissed off, before I can even explain what happened.
No, because
we need to lead the audience into it, Oscar. We need to introduce the topic.
So I don't care. You
Too bad. If you keep it up, I can mute you, Oscar.
Okay, then you lose a guest.
I lose a guest. I mean, you get more views. Okay, your sorry channel gets more views. My channel's never gonna get bigger. But anyway,
I like the confidence in yourself. Go on.
Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the Cowboys, America's team, have made a giant mistake. And we've been leading you to this mistake for the last 3 live streams. 3, okay?
Between both of our channels.
Between both of our channels. So I would say the last 5 live streams from between both of us, we have been leading you to this inevitable fire, this dumpster fire that Dallas would cause. So, Dallas Cowboys. We're thinking of getting rid of Amari Cooper. Oscar, shut up. I need to at least talk. Here, mute yourself for now, and I'll tell you when.
I muted myself. I muted my mic.
Yeah, okay. I love you, Oscar, but you gotta, or as you said to your sister, I like you. All right. So the Dallas Cowboys, Oscar, I can tell you're laughing your butt off. The Dallas Cowboys have been wanting to get rid of Amari Cooper. Now, Amari Cooper is the number one player on the Dallas Cowboys. Amari Cooper is the number one wide receiver, followed by, I'm going to say, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, and if you want to put in a tight end, Dalton Schultz. And Noah Brown is all right. Now, Amari Cooper can run for 1,000 yards in each season. Okay. The problem that a lot of people found, Oscar, you can come back just as long as you don't laugh while I'm explaining this situation.
Sorry, man. I'll tell you why I'm laughing in a second once you finish explaining the situation.
Oh, typical Washington fan. All right. He had to mute himself. You don't get this on ESPN, ladies and gentlemen. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. All right. A lot of people were mad because of Amari Cooper's $22 million salary. Now, if you're mad at Amari Cooper's $22 million salary, please, ladies and gentlemen, focus on Dak Prescott's $40 million salary that Jerry Jones put up. The reason that a lot of people had a problem was because, Amari Cooper's stats are low. He didn't do anything. Well, your coaches have to do some more play calls. This is in the scheme. If you're in the scheme, when Dak Prescott's throwing that ball, you need a wide receiver who can do one-handed catches, who can run the ball, who can do all kinds of to the end zone. And guess who that was? Amari Cooper. But they underutilized him. Marvin Pearson, MD Pearson, as he goes on this channel, made a huge point. And he said about the horrible, terrible Raiders. I'm sorry if there are Raiders fans watching, but I will never apologize for saying that. Oscar agrees. So they were saying, MD was saying, they underutilized Josh Jacobs. If they used him more, maybe it would be better. What happened against the game in the game against Dallas and the Raiders? Well, that's what happened. They started utilizing Josh Jacobs more. Josh Jacobs is okay, by the way. Now, Amari Cooper was underutilized. They kept going to guys like Dalton Schultz. Okay, Dalton Schultz. And I like him at tight end. I don't like him as a wide receiver. Why? I just explained it. He drops the ball, it hits him, and it falls. And it's just, oh, man. Oh. Okay. Now, who else do you have? You have, we'll talk about this. So, the Dallas Cowboys, which I told you this was going to happen. There were two scenarios. There was one scenario that Dallas did not want, that the fans didn't want. Don't just release him. At least trade him. There were two options, two reasons why. Amari Cooper deserves better, number one. And number two, we thought we were going to get something out of it. The Dallas Cowboys have traded Amari Cooper, the number one player on the team, the number one wide receiver, and the number one reason why the offensive line is so great, was so great. They have traded him. Oh, geez. Let me hold on. Just to calm down. Soda keeps me calm. They have traded him.
I snickered so that I wouldn't laugh so hard.
Oh, okay. They have traded him. They have sunk to Washington level, okay? They have sunk to Washington Commanders level and traded Amari Cooper to the Cleveland effing Browns. The Cleveland Browns. Now, they must have gotten something out of it, right? Boy, Dallas is so smart. They went and got a party bag of chips. No, ladies and gentlemen. They got multiple. They got multiple second round picks and multiple fifth round picks. 2022
sixth round
picks. Oh, even better! Yay, Oscar! Thank you. So this reminds me of what the Golden Knights did. They traded one of our best players, Alex Tuck, who can get you 20 to 30 goals and who scored on the Golden Knights on Thursday. Made it 3-1. Oh, gee. Okay. They traded the best players for a bunch of picks and got nothing out of it. All Dallas got out of this trade was less than a bag of chips. Oscar said it was a bag of chips. This is the bag of chips. You know those bags of chips you get at the store and you feel it and it's mostly air and then you have to reach to the bottom of the bag. Oh, there are the chips. That's what we got. That's what Dallas got.
Or those bags of chips that are like really small, like
tiny one, like the vending machine ones.
Yeah,
That's what Dallas got, ladies and gentlemen. No actual. You couldn't have traded him to a better team at least, because. But the first thing is, why would you trade him to a team that has no chance at anything right now? Why?
Because here's the thing: they got rid of OBJ.
Yeah,
they released a punk. Like they didn't trade away. They didn't trade OBJ. They released him.
Yeah,
and they made a trade for Amari Cooper. Really?
Look, Amari Cooper is one of the best players in the NFL. So is OBJ. But here's, Oscar says Cup is better. I think he might be right. But here's the other thing. You guys got nothing out of this. It's not like they had a good wide receiver in the first place that said, give me yours, I'll give you mine. You didn't get weapons. You didn't get nothing. You literally got, we cleared our cap space. Like we added more. I don't care. This is Washington level. Dallas is becoming more and more of a dumpster fire the more Jerry Jones lets Stephen Jones, his son, be in charge. And to those who will say, hey, listen, you're screaming too much, or I'm passionate. On ESPN, you're controlled and you're told what to say. I don't have someone in my ear telling me what to say. Okay? And that's why you got to subscribe to mine and Oscar's channels, especially mine, because Oscar doesn't have some corporate goon in his ear saying, Oscar, make sure you don't say that. Say this. Say that. Compliment Brady because he's great. We give you our honest, true opinions, no matter what the topic is. Okay? That's just it. So, again, they got nothing out of the trade. They traded him to a team that's got nothing. And what did I say on the other live streams? You got to trade, and on Oscar streams, you've got to trade Amari Cooper to a team that has a chance. Even don't trade him to a foe. You might as well have traded him to Washington. Give him to Washington. Oh, but I know why you didn't do it. You didn't want to get your aces kicked. That's why you didn't do it. Oscar, let me bring you in here. I mean, this is again. We all knew this move was coming. We knew he wouldn't be playing. It's just this is Washington level crap, and for all you fans who say, "Oh, we're gonna get the Super Bowl," shut up. I get that Super Bowl out of your mouths, just like all Golden Knights fans. Get that Stanley Cup out of your damn mind. Dallas will not be in the Super Bowl at all. Not in the next 5 years. Not with moves like this. Oscar, go ahead.
I mean, okay. So the reason why I was laughing so hard, Jason was like, "Censor yourself."
Yeah, I needed to explain it so that people who don't know what's going on could actually, okay, that's what's going on, and then you can laugh your butt off. So you can laugh your butt off if you want right now.
What happened was, this is what happened. I was talking to Naeem of Ohio.
Oh, geez.
While this was happening. So I was like, let me see, because obviously the NFL news has been breaking out recently. So I was like, well, let me see if it's something important that I need to report on my channel, either regarding Real Madrid or Washington. I was like, because we were actually having a conversation. I'm like, Amari Cooper got traded. And then I saw the name. I'm like, to the Cleveland Browns. I'm like, let me see what I was like, Cleveland Browns. Okay, they got the replacement of OBJ. I was like, let me see what the trade package is, because I'm like, maybe the Browns got, or the Cowboys got a good deal off of it. When I
You're
saw it was a
talking
5th or
about
6th round
Stephen
pick,
Jones.
that's how I like. I was like, oh, I told Naeem, I was like, because he had no idea what was going on. I'm like, yeah, Jason is not gonna be too happy, so I'm gonna go ruin his day right now. I literally I'm gonna go ruin his. I'm like, I gotta go ruin his day.
Yeehaw!
I gotta go ruin his day now.
But ESPN beat you, Oscar. No, it wasn't ESPN. Sportsnet had beat you, Oscar.
No, because when I called you, I was like, yo, dude, Amari Cooper got traded to the Browns and for a 5th and 6th round pick. And you're like, Oscar, I just woke up 5 minutes ago.
Well, okay, so here's what happened. So when I saw the article, it was about 30 minutes prior, maybe 45 to when Oscar had called me. So, however, when I was clicking on the article, it said, it said something like, they traded in for this following trade package. I said, oh, I'd love to see what the hell Dallas got. I could not see it on ESPN, so I said, let me go to Sportsnet. Actually, I was on Sportsnet. I couldn't see it there. I said, let me go to ESPN. I saw the article because I got the notification on ESPN. I couldn't see the trade package. So I'm thinking, is Dallas so embarrassed that Jerry Jones is paying ESPN to not tell? So then Oscar calls me because I had fallen asleep again because I'm lazy. My mom knows. She's like, hey, man. But I fell asleep angry. I was peed off. I was like, oh, thank God. Let me put this phone down because I'm about to let loose. So I put the phone down. I go to sleep angry. I'm thinking, I'm like ready to scream. I'm screaming into my pillow, all kinds of things I should not be saying on this channel. And then the nightmare of my life, Oscar calls me. And I'm like, he's going to report Amari Cooper. Watch. I know what he's going to do. And as soon as I found out it was 2 6th round picks, I'm like, okay, or multiple. I realized something. Dallas are horrible at business. I want the regime of the 90s. I would love the regime of the 90s. Why? How much you want to bet Jimmy Johnson's laughing his butt off right now?
No, those punks are... Dude, I cannot wait for Undisputed on Monday.
Oh,
Skip Bayless is going to lose his mind.
I can't wait for Shannon Sharp because, look, I mean...
But here's the thing. Shannon Sharp, you know what it doesn't do it for me? He goes him and Stephen A. Smith. Okay, you don't like the Dallas Cowboys because apparently like they make your life miserable or Skip Bayless goes too much. Okay, that's fine. But for you to do it back, but do it 10 times to like 50 times worse, it's more annoying than funny.
Well, I don't like Stephen A. Smith because Stephen A. Smith.
Because Stephen A. Smith, this is him. And in his cold intro before they do it, he's like, he pretends to be all Texas-y. He's like, howdy. How do you like? That's annoying. I'm like, dude, like you don't know how
just the way he goes. SNL did a really good live sketch.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was I love how they made Molly sound like she didn't know Jack. Because it's true. Molly doesn't know what she's talking about. At least Jenny Taft does. Joy Taylor did.
Here's the thing. I feel like she's just there to be a moderator, not to like be like an analyst.
Well,
which
sure,
is
but
unfair.
she tries to comment.
Yeah, like Jenny Taft on Undisputed, you don't hear from her. Like she just lets Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp go back and forth. And then she's just there. Well, anyways, we'll come back to that, and we're talking about this next. I'm like, because I really want to know her. I genuinely want to know what she thinks, but you never know what she thinks.
Well, if she has spoken a little bit on, and even the little that she has said, she knows way more than Molly. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because like Joy Taylor or whatever her name was.
Yeah.
From what I know,
her brother was in the NFL.
I know for a fact that she had opinions when Undisputed first kicked off because she was a moderator of Undisputed at the beginning
for 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and her brother was in the NFL. I forget his name. I think Brendan Tyler. No, Taylor or
Jason Taylor, I think his name was.
I don't remember. I think it was.
I'll check. I'll check that later.
Okay.
Anyways.
So anyway, Stephen A. Smith, the thing with Stephen A. Smith is he's not talking analytics. They run the ball this way. They run the ball this. They do this. I just hate them. I don't like them. And I don't like Cowboys fans. I don't talk to this guy because he's a Cowboys fan and they annoy me. The difference between him and Shannon Sharp is Shannon Sharp is sharp with it. Get it? Get the pun. But he's actually tactful with it. And you actually know, okay, but he doesn't run the ball this way. You can do this. His play is this. Why isn't he doing this? He's doing this instead. He's doing that. So I love Shannon Sharp's personality because he gets under Skip's skin, and it is funny under that old skin.
But sometimes he does it way too much. Like at first, I'm like, oh yeah, I really want him to like get under Skip Bayless' skin, but when he does it too much, it's more annoying. But at the same time, I feel like Skip Bayless is also annoying because I remember, let me see, I think it was the year that the Cowboys got knocked out of playoff contention against the Eagles. Against the Eagles, he literally kicked off the show. He was like, "I'm not here. I'm gonna do the show under the table." I'm like, bro, like, what are you, like 10? Like, be a grown man.
It hurts, but
I'm like, be a grown man. Get your butt on that chair and sit at the table.
What do you want the camera to do? Get you from under the table? Dude, if I was Shannon Sharp, I'd be like, go ahead, Skip, get under the table. I'm gonna kick you. I would love that. This move here. Dallas.
I like how you refer to me as the you're my nightmare.
the devil has called. So
no, I told Naeem, I was like, I am definitely gonna make Jason's life, because I knew, I was like, because when the news dropped, it was still early. I was like, should I wake up Jason right now from his beautiful nap, or should I wait a little bit longer? Because I know that. Because I know how you treasure your beauty sleep, and sometimes I have the habit of calling you at the worst time.
Sometimes,
like for example, when I got my computer here.
Oh my God! It was 8 a.m. Oscar said, I said, oh, okay. Because all he says is gibberish. He said, I'm going to get my Mac next Tuesday. Okay, you'll get your Mac next Tuesday. Yeah. Okay. Well, I stayed up that night editing videos and doing some homework. I'm asleep. And all of a sudden he calls me, yo. What? Okay, I'll check my messages. And I see he gets the Mac. And I'm like, great, he's going to let me sleep. And then, like, later on, he wants to say, oh, no. Yo, dude, can you help me set it up? What? Let me sleep. This son of a gun has a better Mac. But I have the better microphone. So,
okay,
that's
whatever.
Better. See? Now you don't want to hear it.
Anyways, so that's what happened. Because I was on the one. Because here's the thing. I let the notification like go for a while. I think it was like 45 minutes. I'm like, I'll double check it later. But then I was like, when it kept on popping up and getting away in my screen, I was like, okay, let me see what this actually is. And then it was the Amari Cooper thing. I was like, oh. I'm like, I told Naeem, I was like, I'm definitely gonna make Jason's life hell right now. Like,
well, listen. As soon as I viewed that article, I said, God, I know I have Apple Care on this iPhone. Do not let me shatter it, God, please. Because I was irate.
Because I remember I called you and you're like, Oscar, don't start with me. I was like, oh.
I was because I had already seen the article. So I was like, I'm going to blow up on Oscar.
But dude, the fact that, Cleveland, because here's the thing, you know what I thought? Because I actually had some time to think it over. Maybe Jerry Jones didn't want to give, because here's the thing. He asked Amari Cooper for a pay cut.
And he said, would you take a pay cut? Oscar, if I gave you $22 million.
Jason, but if you know, think of this at Jerry Jones' perspective. Jerry Jones, not Stephen Jones. Jerry, okay? Because Jerry's older.
Where he was going. I'm saying if you were Amari.
No. What I'm thinking is this. Your window, obviously, to see another Super Bowl is closing. You obviously have talent. You have the talent on the roster. You have to do all in your power to keep that talent so you can get to that Super Bowl. So that's why, that's what I was thinking with Jerry Jones. He was thinking, hopefully, these guys love Dallas so much that they're not willing to take a pay cut. And to be honest, I actually thought that Amari Cooper was going to stay, because for him to go to free agency, shop around, Washington offered him more money, and for him to go back to Dallas, what does that show?
He wanted Dak. He didn't want Dallas. He wanted Dak. But I'm sorry, if Oscar, if you give me $100,000 and you tell me I've got to do a pay cut, I'm gonna leave you at 50. I don't care what the scenario is.
Well, here's
I'm gonna tell you I'm leaving.
Amari Cooper was gonna get
It was $22 million.
It was gonna be 100 to 110 mil. I can't remember how much it was. I know it was in the 100 mil for 5 years. 5 years. He could have taken a pay cut. He would have gotten that money just in different increments. In
100 mil in 5 years is $20 million a year.
Yes.
Okay, he was earning 22 mil. So
it was probably to 110 mil. I don't know. I know it was in the 100 million range.
Man,
he would have gotten that. He would have gotten that money. He would have gotten that 100 mil plus, but in a longer time span.
Who knows why he didn't take it?
So if Jerry Jones, what he said was, if Amari was like, yeah, I'm not taking no pay cut, then Jerry Jones was like, fine, screw you. I'm not going to release you. I'm going to send you to a team where you're going to go ahead and die. Your career goes to die, aka Cleveland, because we saw the Giants was like, Giants apparently, like, their organization didn't like OBJ, or OBJ didn't like them. He was like, I want to go to a championship caliber team. The Giants was like, F you, we don't care what you want. We're going to send you to a team where your career can go to die, aka Cleveland. So there you go.
I'm just saying. And look, Jerry Jones, now, because I saw that on Undisputed, that Jerry Jones has had enough of these Cowboys. He's trying to rebuild. Now you want to rebuild. Now. After you build one of the best offensive lines in the history of the franchise and in the league, your thought is, let me get rid of my number one player on offense? Really? That's how you want to rebuild? Maybe, Jerry, your mistake was
overpaying the punks.
Overpaying your quarterback, like you always do.
Overpaying your quarterback, and overpaying Ezekiel Elliott, and overpaying
Tony Pollard.
Well, no, Tony Pollard's still on a rookie deal, so he's fine.
Well, you know what he's gonna do.
Oh, true.
Mm-hmm. That's he's also overpaying. What's his name on defense? Oh my God,
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yep, Lawrence, and also, which, by the way, DeMarcus Lawrence said, "Hell no, I won't take your pay cut."
Still not safe.
Still not safe, but it's also because he also wouldn't take the pay cut. He's next. So you're going to get rid of your number one player in offense, and you're potentially going to get rid of your next player on defense. Like Bobby Wagner maybe could fit there, but he's thinking of keeping Randy Gregory and Micah Parsons. Two good moves there.
But still, you're getting rid of DeMarcus Lawrence and replacing him with an older,
not
player.
As fast, not as mobile. Well, he is mobile, but not as mobile as D'Lo.
Yeah.
This is Cowboys fans. I'm predicting Cowboys are going 6-11. Oscar,
No.
you think lower?
No, I think higher.
Really?
I don't have the confidence in the Eagles. There's no way Dallas goes to last place.
You're serious? Well, I don't think it'll go to last. Well,
Well, it depends on how Carson Wentz does. Because I said this 7-10 is Carson Wentz ceiling with Washington.
I'm sorry. I just don't see the cow. Maybe I'm wrong. You want to bet right now on the stream?
Let's wait until let's wait until free agency.
Okay.
Just because, and free agency is about to kick off in a few days anyway. And what they do in the draft after free agency and draft, let's talk because I'm not sure what these teams what Dallas, because maybe you never know, you could find an Amari Cooper in the draft. Maybe you can find another CeeDee Lamb in the draft.
Oscar, do you know that I'm not thinking like that right now? Okay.
Well, you're gonna, dude. If you're an average, if you think on instinct, then
I am heartbroken, Oscar.
yeah, I don't care about your heart. What heart?
Oh yeah. I brought it out of the freezer for this segment. I went to the freezer and I said, "Let me bring it out for today." It's still really cold. I told you about the instances where I was an a-hole, right?
Yes.
Yes, and there's a lot more where that came from. Okay. Cowboys.
But after what I've told you the last couple of days, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'm still the big a-hole.
You said your reign is over because of me.
No, but I did mention the time that I just said I can't, like, she was like, "I love you," my sister, and I was like, "I like you too."
No, when she said she was getting divorced, and instead of being, "Oh, sis, I'm so sorry. Give me a hug. Oh, are you okay? Like, why? Like, is everything?" Oscar here says, "Huh, that fast?" To his own sister. All right.
Does it call that fast?
Oh, that fast? On to the next one. No. No, this move, they want to now take CeeDee Lamb, put him as number 1. Then they put Michael Gallup. You're gonna do
Number
that.
2. Cedric Wilson, because Cedric Wilson, funny enough, is a free agent, but with Amari Cooper gone, I think they make him a number 3.
Yeah. That's the other wide receiver. I forgot about Cedric Wilson. I like Cedric Wilson, but he also drops the ball.
Yes.
A lot. So, Michael Gallup's not ready, might not be ready to play week 1.
That's true too.
So, now you see why I'm worried about Dallas's offensive line here. Okay, fine. They get another Amari Cooper. That's not happening. This draft class is not looking so hot.
You never know, though, dude. You never know. Because here's why I say you never know. Because in the 2017 draft class, the quarterbacks anyway, that draft class supposedly sucked. I mean, aside from Mitchell Trubisky. But that draft class also produced Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson.
Yep. And Patrick Mahomes is one of the biggest success stories and failures in the NFL. How do you lose to the Buccaneers? They ran all over you, Mahomes. They took down your defense.
How do you lose to the Bengals too? Like, god dang.
Like, I just don't understand. It's just so. Before I go on, I am going to. Here. Red Rock? How do I spell Red Rock? So there's a link here for the Red Rock Search and Rescue. I know that there are a lot of people watching in my dreams. There might be some people watching out of state, but if you live here in Las Vegas, Nevada, Henderson, Boulder City, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone in the chat who's from Search and Rescue, just all over Vegas, North Las Vegas, Summerlin, wherever you are, Search and Rescue has a lot of classes. You can volunteer. There's a lot of things for you to do. Make sure you go ahead and check them out. Right now, the link's in the chat. I will post a link in the description. Look, I mean, this is just a move that. How is Jerry Jones? Like, you might be right. Jerry Jones was like, all right, fine, I'll send you career to die. I pray that Jerry Jones has a replacement in mind, or he's working with another team, or he's really digging in that draft class going, who's my next Amari? Because, and you're right, because if he brings in a new Amari, he can start him off at $2 million a year.
Yeah, basically.
So, anything else you have to say before I start cursing?
Nope.
I don't want... Dallas is effed. All right. By the way, they got rid of Greg Zuerlein, ladies and gentlemen.
About time.
About time.
One year too late.
Missed opportunities, missed moments. Here's the thing where I see, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong here, Oscar. The kicker is not someone I would invest so much money in.
No, just if they're like a household name, like for example, the Colts had this kicker named what's this dude's name? He's like a kicking legend because he rarely missed it. Oh my god, name's gonna come back to me.
Okay.
But like if he's like a household name, then obviously you should snag him. But like kickers is nothing where I feel like with kickers, you just wait until like a few weeks before the season, or like maybe like a few months before the preseason starts, and then that's when you can get your kickers.
Exactly, and it's not something where you have to invest a pretty good amount of money into, like quarterback.
Yeah. Just give them like a cheap 2 year or 3 year.
Or the Dallas Cowboys report from Chat Sports, Tom Downey said, give him a year-by-year contract.
Yeah, that too.
Give him a year-by-year contract. And my thing is, when you pay players too much, Jerry Jones, now you've set them on this level. It's like, I'm already making this money. I don't need to kind of work. I kind of don't need to work for it. If you had kept Dak at like, I don't know, 15 mil, he still would have had to keep working and keep working. $40 million a year, $75 million the first year. That's a lot of money. That's where he should, when his last day in Dallas is, that should be his salary, his last couple years.
Yeah.
He's a 28-year-old quarterback who has been look, I love Dak, but he's been a failure in the postseason. He's been okay, and he underperforms in the regular season. You can't just be good for the first half of the season. You can't. So now, could that ankle injury and that shoulder injury be it? Maybe. But there's no excuse. I don't make excuses for the Golden Knights. I'm not doing it for my Cowboys. So, but with Greg the Leg, he's gone. Amari Cooper's gone. Reggie, oh my God, not Washington. Reggie, something's gone. Robert Foster's gone. These are a lot of these practice guys. Blake Jarwin is gone. That is the because of his hip. He's on waived injury reserve, which basically means if he plays, then he can either go to the Cowboys, or the Cowboys are actually maybe thinking of trading him. If he doesn't play, you still have to pay him his $2 million or whatever he's owed. But again, it's just a bunch of math with that. But if you don't have to pay him, even if you pay him lower than what his normal salary is, you still save at least $6.6 million. Or if you don't keep him at all, you save at least $6.8 million.
Yeah.
But look, it's a sad day for Dallas Cowboys. It's a sad day for Dallas. America's team is just absolute and utter garbage right now. I know some of my mom's coworkers, some of my friends are going to say, Jason, you're being a cynic. You're being this, you're being that. Wait till you see them play. I'm already telling you right now, if they do not get in another Amari Cooper, with Michael Gallup not even being ready for week 1, pretty much most 99% of that. As I'm concerned with that, and I'm sure CD Lamb is all right. Cedric Wilson and Dalton Schultz, our new franchisee, our new franchise tagged guy, he, just they dropped the ball too much. They miss a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper was cheated by Dallas. Honestly, he was. And if we ever play the Browns,
Not this season.
what was that?
Not this season.
Not this season, but that's why I said if we ever play the Browns, Amari Cooper's gonna whoop your aces. I'm serious. Ladies and gentlemen, we have gone through more topics in 2 hours and something.
Not even. Wow, 1 hour and 45.
Yeah, well, we have nothing else to discuss, right?
Yeah, basically.
So, you pretty much said what's coming up on your channel.
Yeah, basically.
So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and maybe press that post notification. Oscar's channel.
You know what?
Ah!
I told you, Jason. If you're not, because I know that you sometimes curse and sometimes you go, oops, sorry, Oscar, on my channel. You know what the punishment is.
I don't know what the punishment is.
I did specify last time you were on my channel. I'm like,
Oh. I don't force you to say any nice things about the Cowboys.
yeah, because I don't curse.
I have not cursed as much as I normally do on this live stream. You got to admit that.
Yeah, that's true.
Normally. And you know what? I told Duncan, I'm like, yo, let's not curse anymore. What's the first thing he does? The politics channel, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, the politics channel, I'm like that, whatever. You know what you should do for Duncan? You just tell him every time he curses on your channel, you got to say one bad thing about the Rams.
Oh. That would be awesome. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to Oscar's channel. He's got Real Madrid content coming up. He's got soccer coming up. Look for his Real Madrid upload because they're playing PSG. No.
Who are they playing? It's La Liga right now.
It's La Liga.
They're waiting for the other. 1, 2, 3. I think it's 4. There's still 4 games left to be played in the Champions League, so the draw isn't going to happen until Friday. But I'll basically, if anything like interesting happens for the Champions League this week, I'll obviously break it on my channel. So, and I'll probably do my quarterfinal like predictions and stuff like that.
So that's what's coming up, possibly on Oscar's channel. He'll do his Real Madrid
episode 6 as well. So
how are you gonna build around
Carson Wentz? Carson Wentz. Let me see. More free agency for obviously the free agency frenzy because now free agency is more important to Washington. They don't got the money for it. God dang.
Let me see if there's anything in the chat.
Last time I checked, no. By the way, I think your kitty made an appearance.
No, my kitty. I don't think so. Let me see. I didn't hear my kitty.
Oh, I thought I heard a meow.
That's me. But he so the episode 6 with Aaron Faxon, by the way, before he gets mad.
He doesn't care.
Oh boy. Oh, here's it's Faxon with me. So, make sure you pay attention to that. His Real Madrid upload should be on Tuesday. Real Madrid at what time? On Monday?
Monday, 4 p.m. 4 to 6 p.m. on Monday. If I'm too tired after Golden Truth, then the upload will happen on Tuesday morning. But if I have the energy for it, after dealing with Aaron for God knows how long.
We love you, Aaron. We're just saying. Yeah. So make sure you look for that on his channel. Monday for me, we got an important live stream coming up. Very important one live stream with our guy Duncan. We got Duncan Dye coming on the channel. Baseball lockout is over. Dodgers free agency frenzy is on and heavy. Clayton Kershaw has signed with the Dodgers. We're gonna go over all of that. We're gonna go over Freddie Freeman. We're gonna go over Max Muncy. We're gonna go over everything that is going on with the Los Angeles Dodgers and with the lockout. That's coming up on the channel. More Amari Cooper, more Dallas, Golden Knights. That Golden Knights reviews, and that is pretty much it. Now, make sure I want to thank everyone from the Red Rock Search and Rescue team for watching. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Oscar and I really do appreciate any views we can get. We are small channels. His channel is 10 times bigger than mine. He can't get to 100 subscribers. He can't. It's funny.
It's really annoying. And here's the thing: I get comments on Facebook.
Yep.
Like on my Facebook post, I'm like, I don't want comments on the Facebook post.
I don't care if you comment on Facebook, but please view the video, please.
No, I get views on YouTube, but they don't comment in YouTube.
Oh yeah, they
comment on Facebook. That's what
same.
gets me.
Same. I can't I'm like, dude, you guys can comment this.
I literally had to monitor Facebook all day today to see.
That's what I'm saying. They just comment on Facebook. I'm like, dude, please comment on the channel. It'll help the algorithm, boost me in the algorithm. But thank you so much to the Red Rock Search and Rescue team members. I think there's 200, 250 or more. Thank you to my mom for sending me the link and for getting your friends to torture themselves. Whatever you were trying to get out of them, whatever information, I hope you got it for torturing because you tortured them with this stream. So thank you so much to all of you for watching. It means a lot to Oscar and I. And Oscar, thanks for coming on.
Yep.
And all right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been our live stream, and we will see you guys next time.